All right, the late game, West Regional. Game number 2, live odds, sportsbookreview.com. Xavier in Arizona. Arizona 7.5, 145 the total. Here it is for Sean Miller in Arizona on a silver platter. They're playing in San Jose. Arizona fans will take over that arena. They win 2 games. They're in the Final Four in Glendale. So this is, and then they might face a Wisconsin or a South Carolina in that game too. So it's possible. Arizona, it's right there for them. Right with the opportunity they have in front of themselves. But first, Xavier, Chris Mack, one of the best jobs in the nation down the stretch, overcoming the injuries. 4th Sweet 16 with Xavier, despite never being higher than a 6th seed. Xavier 0-3 in Sweet 16 games, but 2010 lost 101-96 against K-State. They were a 5-point dog in overtime. 2012 they lost by 5. They were catching 6.5 against Baylor. 2015 lost by 8, catching 10.5 against Arizona. So this team has been dangerous straight up and ATS.
Well, exactly. I mean, some folks are going to make a big deal about Chris Mack holding up how many fingers for each Sweet 16 game he's won. If you flash that picture again, yeah, that's the goose egg. But that's not how we grade games here in Las Vegas. We don't care if they win. If you're tracking point spreads based on regulation results, something good bettors do, Xavier 3-0 against the spread in those games, stepping up against Arizona and Baylor and Kansas State. They didn't win any of them in straight up fashion, but they've been good enough to hang tough, good enough, well coached to hang tough, probably not enough talent to win that game in straight up fashion. And look, might well be the same story for Xavier again this season. This squad had Final Four talent, legitimately. Miles Davis only played 2 games. They had a personal issue, left the team. They lost Edmund Summer to an injury back in early February. And after that, things fell apart. They went 0-6 straight up. 0-6 against the spread. A nasty cycle. Finally bounced out of it with a couple of wins against DePaul, and Mack kept coaching. Next thing you know, they're beating Butler in the Big East tournament, and then beat the spread by 55 points against Maryland and Florida State in the Big Dance last weekend. Do not sell the Xavier Musketeers short.
Yes. Now, this is a unique matchup problem for Xavier because the Musketeers don't face a lot of size in the Big East. Now you're going against the 7-footers. Markkanen, stud, 15 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. And Dusan Ristic, 10 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game. So the 7-footers are going to give them, they're going to be a lot of trouble down low. We know they have a ton of talent, but they weren't always playing hard enough. And let's go back, roll it back, Sportsbit, way back machine. Remind you what we told you back then. This is from Sportsbit, February 8th, a Sean Miller quote. The word pro is thrown around way too much at Arizona because of the great history of our program. We have guys who think they're NBA players and they can't guard the ball. Not only are you not getting picked by an NBA team, but you're not getting invited to a camp. No one's going to take a chance on a guy who can't guard the man in front of them. And same thing when the shots go up. You can't block out right now in February and keep your man from second shots. Nobody's picking you. Just because Jefferson got picked doesn't mean you're getting picked. You have to earn it every game, every day, end quote. 10-1 since then. They only lost to UCLA and they got revenge by beating them in the Pac-12 tournament. Great quote from Miller, and you saw what happened as a result.
Sure, and again, we don't. This show isn't about patting ourselves on the back and this is what we got right and this is what we got wrong. We're going to grade ourselves on our play of the day, and we're going to shoot to provide you guys with quality information that you're not going to find from other sources. And this is one that we get to pat ourselves on the back a little bit because that quote, that game, where basically Sean Miller read his team the riot act. Since that time, as you mentioned, the only loss came to the Bruins, and they got the revenge for that. This team is playing at an extraordinarily high level right now. They're playing in a friendly environment. They have an easy draw. Arizona is in very good position to extend their run. But I'm telling you, don't sell this Xavier team short. I'm certain Xavier's going to give them a battle. The question is, can they do it for the full 40 minutes?
Up next, we'll get to how sharp the marks have been in Sweet 16 and the Cavs and the Nuggets on Sportsbit. Betting insight today on SBRpicks.com. Hey guys, for the full video, go to SBRpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.